Alright, we are back. This is Board Game Officer. We're back with Hellbringer here. Today I just wanted to really quick go through the heroes and how the best way to play each hero, what they kind of tend to go towards and how to build them. That way you kind of know how to pick out your best hero when you start playing your first game. So we'll just jump right into it. Alright, so first off we have the Warrior. He is the little brown color there. He starts off with 50 health, 0 defense, 2 sight, 1 action point, 1 skill, and a hand size of 5. So everyone starts with 2 weapons. His 2 weapons that he starts off with is Warrior Sword. So this right here just means that when you discard it, it does not go to the discard pile. It gets removed from the game. All starting cards are going to have it, so I'm just going to look over it for all of them. And he's got a single attack for 3 red dice for his Warrior Sword and his Warrior's Axe. He actually gets plus 1 red if you have at least 60 health. So he's only 10 below that. And then 3 red for his Axe Blow. So as you can tell, he's got a lot of health but little defense, meaning the way to build him is he wants health. The more health he has, the more dice he's going to roll. Also, each character has a card in the deck, a card or 2 in the deck that really pertain to him or to each character to really help them. The Warrior's card is the Battle Axe here. So as you can see, he gets 10 extra health, and then he gets 3 for his Axe Blow, but then he actually gets a plus 1 for each 10 that he holds. So right off the bat, he's got 60 health. That's 9 red dice. And then because he's the Warrior, he also gets 1 action point extra. So as you can see, that Battle Axe is a heavy hitter. If you give it to the Warrior, that could be super beneficial. So the Warrior's thing is trying to build up that health to help him do more. Next up, we have the Hunter. She is the blue, and she's got 25 health, 10 defense, 4 vision, 1 action point, 2 skills, and a hand size of 6, which is the biggest hand size out of all of them. Now, her 2 things are Hunter's Bow and Hunter's Dagger. Her Hunter's Bow is plus 1 if she has at least 6 sight, and then 1 red and 3 green for her arrow shot. And her Hunter's Dagger is plus 10 defense, and 2 red and 1 green for her dagger stabbing. Now, as you can see, the Hunter's all about sight. She wants the higher the sight, the more she's going to do. And her card in the deck is the Repeating Crossbow. As you can see, it gives 4 extra sight. And then because it's the Hunter, she'll get an extra action point and an extra card to her hand. And then she'll do 4 red for a bolt shot and a plus 1 for each 2 sight that you hold. So right there, that's 8 just right off the bat before upgrading anything else. So that's 8 red dice for that attack. Super strong. So the Hunter is all about trying to get that sight up as high as she can. And next one we have the Sorcerer. So the Sorcerer is red. She's got 30 health and 5 defense. So she's a sorcerer, doesn't have much health. 3 vision, 2 action points to start off with, which is super nice. 4 skill, and then a hand size of 5. So she's got 2 cards here. One is the Sorcerer's Lightning for 3 red, and then she gets plus 1 if she has at least 6 skill. So she's pretty close to that, adding that 1. Or the Sorcerer's Staff, she gets plus 10 defense, and then 2 red and 2 green for her staff blow. So as you can tell, she is all about trying to get more and more skills. So her special card is the Firebolt Wand. So she gets plus 1 skill, and because she's the Sorcerer, she gets an extra 1, so she'll get 2 extra skills. And then she will roll 2 and then plus 1 for each 2 skills that she holds. So she would get 5 red dice right off the bat with this. So the Sorcerer, wants more skill points to really get strong. Next up, we have the Paladin. So the Paladin is this gray silver color. He's got 30 health and 25 defense. Starts off with 2 sight, 1 action point, 2 skills, and a hand size of 5. And his 2 cards are Paladin's Holy Bolt, which he could roll 2 red, and then he could discard 1 card to plus 2 to that roll. Or the Paladin Mace, where he could plus 1 green if he has at least 40 defense, and then he's got 2 red and 2 green. So the Paladin is all about getting that defense up, because his special card is Purge. He gets 2 red and then plus 2 for each 20 that he holds. So he's going to really start to increase that defense and really start to roll more dice. So he is all about trying to get that defense up. And the next one is the monk. He is the yellow goldish color. He's got 40 health and 10 defense. Then he's got 3 sight, 1 action point, 2 skill, and a hand size of 5. His 2 cards are Monk Strike, where he can roll 2 red, and then he could +1 if he has no weapons equipped. Or the Monk's Still Fist, where he could actually +1 if he has at least 50 health, so he's only 10 off from that. And he gets 3 red for Fist Strike. So this one is really kind of what makes the Monk different, because he actually gets benefits if he doesn't have any weapons. And his special card is actually the War Staff, and it's special for him because it is not considered a weapon on the red. So things like the Monk Strike, he can still get that benefit from that, even if he has the War Staff equipped. And he gets 5, and then he also gets +5 defense and +2 sight. So the Monk is really different out of all of them because he really kind of focuses on not having any weapons equipped, which is kind of fun. It's kind of different to play that way. And last but not least, we have the Druid. He is the green color there. He's got 25 health, 15 defense, 3 sight, 2 action points, which is nice, the 3 skill, and hand size of 5. So he actually has 2 companions that he gets to start off with instead of weapons. So as you can see, we got the Druid's Wolf. He's got 20 health and 10 defense. Now, this creature ignores the companion limit in play. That means usually you could only have 1 companion, but that means he does not count towards it. So you could have the Druid's Wolf and another companion, and then he gets to roll 2 reds. However, the Druid's Eagle, he's got 5 health and 25 defense, but he does not have that annotated on his card. That means he counts as that limited 1. That means he is the only companion he can have at the moment, and he gets to roll 3 red. Now, I say at the moment because his special card is another creature here. This is the Treants. He's got 45 health and 0 defense, 2 red and 2 green. However, this says that this creature ignores the companion's limit in play. And there's actually another card in the deck that has that as well. So that means the Druid can have up to 4, right? If he has this wolf, and then there's 2 other creatures in the deck, this and another one. So that's 3, and all 3 of those don't count as his 1 companion. So then he could have that 4th companion, right? So he's really different as well, that he's more going after the, right? I mean, he's a Druid, right? He's going after the companions or the creatures. So that is the Druid. So just a quick recap, we've got the Warrior, where his focus is trying to increase his health as much as he can. Then the Hunter, she's trying to increase the sight as much as she can. The Sorcerer is going after increasing the skills. The Paladin is trying to increase the defense. The Monk is a little different. He is just trying to have non-weapons to help add stuff to his damage. And the Druid is just trying to spawn as many creatures or companions as he can. Once again, these are the characters. That's what they are kind of built towards. But because the deck just kind of comes out whatever comes out, you might have a Warrior with a crossbow. Or you might have a Paladin with some sorcerer stuff, right? So you're not always going to play exactly towards that character, but one character does kind of tend towards one area. So that way when you play, you can kind of look at what cards you have in your hand, and then you know what character you want because you know each character kind of plays towards what cards you have in your hand a little bit better than the other. So that's kind of the overall of the characters. Hopefully this Kickstarter is still on when you're watching it. I will put the link to the Kickstarter down in the comments below. Go ahead, take a check out. It's an awesome game, super fun, and have a good one.